Hey folks, welcome to Opals NZ. Today we are cutting some top crystal, so let's have a closer look. So this is today's piece and it is absolutely stunning. It's 15 carats and Coober Pedy crystal. So there's a few issues. We've got a potch bar here and a little potch bar here, and also a fracture running up through there. So I'll probably take this end piece off and go for a little stone there, and then just have a play with the rest of it and see how big of a gem I can get. So yeah, absolutely stunning colour and very, very crisp looking colour. I'm hoping for 3 carat stone, which is as per the 20% rule. 15 carats divided by 5 is 3 carats. So yeah, hopefully we get 1 3 carat stone out of it. Yeah, just with pricing, I mean this is $100 per carat material, so it's not cheap. But the way I price when I'm buying rough opal is I look at the colour and basically whatever I'm paying per carat, I need to know that I've got to get 10x that basically. So $100 a carat, I need to see $1,000 colour. And the logic behind that is once you account for wastage, and so you'll get 20% of yield on as a rule of thumb, then my 15 carats then becomes 3 carats, and then if it's $1,000 a carat, that's $3,000. So I paid $1,500 and I get $3,000 for the gem finished. It seems like a lot, but that covers a lot of things like tax and time, materials, things like that all have to come out of that $1,500 profit. So by the time all that comes out, you end up with a decent amount of profit and also a little bit of a safety margin. So that's my logic there. Yeah. Also, what comes into play sort of after that, so the general rule of thumb is your 10x your carat price, and then after that you're looking at yield. And with this one in particular, it's got issues here. There's potch on the bottom and the bars run this way and they're a bit swirly as well, so the bars are running across like this. So although I could get the biggest stone like that, I may have to take a lot of that top off depending on how the bars run and that potch in there, whether that's going to interfere with getting a bigger stone. So yeah, when you're sort of getting more advanced with your rough valuation for yourself, you can start sort of looking at the yield as well, because some rough will yield 50% and then you can afford to pay a bit more per carat, or vice versa, some rough may yield 5%, in which case you need to factor that in when you're making your offers for your rough opal. So yeah, that's just a little bit of that. So that's enough of that, enough of a rant. Let's jump on the wheel and have a play with this. Okay, so hopefully we should have a pretty straightforward cut here. So yeah, just get into it. My goal really is going to be trying to get as many carats as I can. Pretty standard goal. I don't think there's going to be too many issues, hopefully. Okay, so that's cleaned it up. It's looking pretty good. I was concerned about that good colour not coming through across the stone, and looks like it is coming through a little bit, so that's good. Now I need to sort out this crack. You can see that line there. You can actually see the crack. Yeah, you can kind of see it there going in. So that follows that line around. Yeah, just at the tip of my finger there. You can see it comes around the top a little bit as well. So I'll slice that off and then go for my stone there. Okay, so I've just marked it up with a pen. Who knows, we could even make a stone, but it's probably got a big potch line right through the middle of it. Let's slice it. Okay. Dry it off and see if we got that crack. Okay, so that's how it sat. Actually sliced through that sand as well, which was good. I've just dried it off. So yeah, that's our little piece. It actually looks pretty good. And our main piece. Yeah. So it looks like I got it bang on. Cool. Now, first up, we'll shape this little bit. Go. Not bad. It's probably a carat. Obviously it's a cheaper stone with that potch in it, but it'd be nice. Alright, now the main bit. So, what do I do with this? So I need to figure out how to face this, and I'm thinking facing it from this direction. But yeah, not sure. The last bit of sand out of the bottom. I want no sand whatsoever, and this will be a pure crystal. Okay, so I think I've got a plan here. The shape and the way the color bars go are making it a little tricky, but there's a lesser bar at the bottom there, and there's the sand here. So to get that sand out, I'm going to be, grinding in and making a mess of it, really. So I either need to take that bottom up, could potentially even face from this direction, but rather than grinding all this green bar off, I'm going to slice it off. Okay, so this is a bit risky, but hopefully it's the right move. So I'm going to make that slice there, take me through that sand. All right, here we go. Oh well, I hit the mark that I had, but in hindsight I probably could have gone a bit thicker with that bottom bit, but that'll still cut a nice stone, or make an awesome bit of inlay or doublet material. Beautiful. And this is what we got. So I'll get rid of that sand now, just start cleaning up the last bits of sand there. That end will come in a bit obviously, and yeah, so here we go. Alright, so I'll go for my oval in there. Alright. Ready for the dopstick. Alright, these are our pieces. I actually ended up slicing that thin piece in half and making a pair. So they look quite good. Nice little crystal pair of drop shapes. And that's our main piece, which is going to be about 3 carats, I reckon. Whoa, 4.6, sweet. 4.66 like that. Mint. All right. Yeah, the colour's not quite up to where I wanted it, but it's pretty good. Once that's polished, she'll be paying for the parcel for sure. And this little bit off the end is actually some really nice colour in it. So even though it's got that potch line, that's actually a really nice little. That's going to be a nice little stone. 0.92 now, so that'll come down. Decent little stone. So that's it. Let's get them dopped up and get them polished. Okie dokie, so we are done, and this is our results. This is the main piece. Polished the back, took extra care to get the setting edge really good, and yeah, pretty happy with it. It's not quite as bright as I was hoping, and there is a little bit of an issue with that hazy bar which comes around and actually shows in the face a little bit right in the center of the stone. But I've left it in. Yeah, I think it's pretty good even with that. I mean, so not quite $1,000 per carat color, but close. So if it didn't have that imperfection, it'd probably be there. It is a nice high dome and a bit thick, so but it is still definitely a crystal, and you can see that depth of color in the color play. It's got orange, green, well, let's call it a green blue with orange, and even the odd hint of purple in some angles. Back's pretty nice too, and it was 4.6 carats as a rub, but it would have come down quite a bit because I'd done the back as well. So let's see. Nice, 3.81 carats, so just under 4 carats there. So I was hoping to get 3 carats of $1,000 color, and it's not quite that. Color wise, I'd probably go a little under 1,000 because of the imperfection mainly. But in saying that, at 3.8 carats, it still hits my marks for my budget, so I'm really happy with that. And that's not even including these little guys. So this is the one that came off where that crack was, and this also has this is a very noticeable potch in the face of this one. This has got the back polished as well, and actually some really nice color in there. Some red and blue even. So that's a really nice little stone, just which could have just been ground away, so I'm glad I took that off. It'll make a nice little ring stone and be a bit cheaper because of that potch line. It's still quite pretty, and that weighs 0.6 of a carat on the dot, 0.60. So just over half a carat for that one. Price wise I'm not sure, but maybe 200 for that one. And these two are what I sliced off the bottom, and they've made a lovely little pair of drop shapes, little blue greens. Not quite perfect pair shape wise, but close enough. I mean, they are very small if you look at the tip of my finger. It's hard getting them perfect when they're this tiny. So both of those together are 0.98, so just under a carat for the pair. 100 a carat for that color, or maybe more actually. Yeah, I have to have a think about these as well. Maybe 300 for the pair. So that's that. Also, while I was at it, I actually polished up some more from that. I mean, this is from the these are the pieces from the Cutter's Scraps parcel, the 4,000 carat parcel. So that first lot with one stone missing, the little round red one, and that's because that's been sold. So to one of you guys actually. So if you're watching, thanks again for buying for buying that stone. It's on its way. It's taking its time. Postage has been a bit delayed here in New Zealand, but it'll get there hopefully. All good. But yeah, today I this is the next lot that came out of that Cutter's Scraps parcels. But this is what came out of it today. So pretty nice. That one's pretty nice little crystal. And this guy, look at this little guy. It's tiny, but beautiful, bright little dark crystal. Oops, where did it go? Yeah, beautiful little dark crystal. Look at that. It is tiny though. Really nice. Polished back and front. Cut. Good cut. I've spent a lot of care on these little stones trying to get the cut right, so that they'll be nicely suitable stones. Zoom in. Look at the colour in there. Stunning colour. But it's very small. And that weighs, wow, 0.16 of a carat. So 0.16. So that's probably one of the smallest stones I've cut. But yeah, pretty cool. So that's what you could expect to get out of this parcel that I'm going to give away, is some stuff like this. This one here, that's quite nice. I really like this, even though it's obviously got a lot of potch in the face. It just looks cool. It came out really nice. It's decent size. Let me out of touch. Decent size. That's 1.17 carats, so just over 1 carat for that one. And this one, which is a sheeny dark opal, which is pretty nice. And yeah, this one, which is really quite cool. It's a bit mixed up, polished back and front as well. I mean, that end has awesome crystal colour, and then it's a bit mossy down this end. But you could, set it either way really. That little guy is 0.42 of a carat. So yeah, this parcel that I'm going to give away, you're going to get little stones like this. So it'll be challenging to cut, but they'll be little and bright. So we're at 470 subscribers, I think, thereabouts. So we've got another 30 subscribers. So like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Click that subscribe button, because when she hits 500, there'll be a giveaway. And it'll be some of this stuff here. So yeah, which doesn't look like much, but I'll give away a decent bag of it. I'll make sure there's a few bits with some promise at least. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but some of these can cut. Decent little half carat stones. Anyway, so that's all for today. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe. Come on 500, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.